Tell me the story out of Boston this morning, Pat. Here's breaking news for you, but don't worry. Why should anyone pay attention to what happens in Boston? Here it is.
Yeah, there's just 7 chemical engineers that were, I guess, on a class outing.
Yeah, they were trespassing
At a major reservoir in Boston. And these chemical engineers just happen to be from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Singapore. I'm sure there's nothing to look at. One of the local TV stations in Boston had the report.
State police issued summons for the group for trespassing, but did not find any evidence of any other crimes. Still, they are stepping up patrols at water supply facilities around the state. This all happened at the Quabbin Reservoir in Belchertown. The reservoir is the main water supply for most of the state, including the Boston area. Now, shortly after midnight Tuesday, state police discovered 7 people walking from the reservoir, 5 men and 2 women. The men told police they are chemical engineers who recently graduated college and claimed they wanted to see the Quabbin because of their education and career interests. Well, state police say their backgrounds are from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Singapore, but they live in various parts of Massachusetts and one in New York City. In a statement, the state police say...
Just a second. So let's just have the story. So it's Pakistan, Singapore, and Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And they came here for an education in our schools,
and they're chemical engineers.
They got their degrees. It's not like a family. It's not like we all grew up in the same neighborhood. We live in different parts now of the Northeast, and we all came together
to check out the Quabbin Reservoir.
Right.
Which
to trespass, not to call and say, hey, we're chemical engineers, and we just wanted to see this reservoir. Could we get a tour of the facility or anything? We came, what was it, at night too? Was it, what time of day was it? That they just decided to come together from different parts of New England, all of these, disconnected guys from different countries. We just, because of our background and what we're going to do, we wanted to see where the water supply was. Okay.
Oh, that sounds totally fine. No, there's nothing to see here.
Somebody needs to look into Saudi Arabia. Somebody needs to look into who is here from Saudi Arabia. We need to look into who has been given passes and visas, who's overstayed them.
Yeah. So what was our statistic? 75,000 are here on visas, and 15,000 never even made it to their schools.
Never made it. Came in the front door and then disappeared. 15,000. Now, I'm sure these good, hard-working chemists, chemical engineers that just have varying backgrounds and went to different schools, I guess, and they just wanted to, before they go home, they just want to see the water supply system.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Really, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Well, I don't know. We don't really know each other. Yeah, but you're in my chemical engineer handbook, where we all, because everybody who's a chemical engineer, we all know each other. And I was just thinking, I'm going to go trespass on the reservoir where the main water supply for the entire state of Massachusetts is. I know you're in New York City, but you want to come along? Sure. I could learn a lot by walking around and looking at a reservoir.
It's so ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous. What do you, honestly, if you're a chemical engineer, I want you to call me now, and I want you to tell me what you could possibly learn by sneaking onto a reservoir and walking around the property that would help you in your chemical engineering life. What could you possibly learn other than, well, we should secure these things a little better? What else could you learn? Are you learning like, I learned the chemical properties
of the water.
Of the water.
Seems like there's
there might,
hydrogen. And wait a minute.
But hold it just a second. Not just one hydrogen.
No.
Come on, chefs from all around the country continually break into restaurants to see their secrets. I mean, that happens all the time.
That's
right?
like a chef saying, "I snuck in the middle of the night to the best restaurant in the world because all I wanted to see was their refrigeration system."
Why didn't you go when they were open with someone from the restaurant?
Couldn't you just call Sub-Zero and say, "What does this guy have for a refrigerator?"
Yeah.
I just wanted to, what I wanted to do is I wanted to see the shape of their eggs.
7 students from France from the Culinary Institute showed up at Per Se in the middle of the night, sneaked in the window, and were walking around the kitchen area.
They just wanted to see, because of their background, the oven. Come on.